Along with considering your infrastructure requirements when you go back to the office, the other side that you should be keeping up to date on is what's actually going on within your business. So how is your business performing? And it can be quite a disruptive time looking at whether or not your business is still on track, whether you are where you expect to be. So what I wanted to just show you was some information about how Sage can help you with your reporting. So hopefully you can see my screen, and I've got open here the reports section from Sage 50 on invoices and credits. So there are hundreds of reports in Sage, and you'll have the few that are important to you within your business already earmarked, and you can star them so that they appear in the favourite section. But what I wanted to show you is some of the things that you can do with the data that comes out of these reports. So when you run a report, one of the options that you get here is to send that data to Excel. So I've chosen the invoice profit report, and I've sent that data out into Excel, and this is what it comes out looking like. So you get a proper table with all of the data sitting in it. And yes, within Sage, you've got a view of the invoicing per customer, you've got totals on there, but you might want to look at it in different ways. You might want to look at those invoicing values based on the products that you've bought, or based on the customer, and just total them up that way. So having sent that data, and it literally just appears like this, I can just change this very slightly. So I can get rid of the information I don't want. So I've taken this out of the demonstration data. I don't need column A because all of that information is the same for every single column. And I don't need an end of report marker either. So I'm just deleting that. But what I can do with this is just put it into a pivot table. And it will take all of my settings in there, and I can look at, for example, all of the customers that I've invoiced, and I can look at the total value of the invoicing. What I can also do is I can plot that over time. So it makes it very quick and very simple to be able to show you information in slightly different ways. So I don't want this grouping by quarters. I just want to see this by months and by years. And with a click of a button, I can do that. Any report that sits within Sage, you have this ability to take the data out and to put it into Excel and use pivot tables to summarize it. So it is an extremely powerful tool. I could, if I wanted to, I can take the dates off there and I could chart this. So because it's a pivot table, I can put a pivot chart. I can create it as a pie chart because I've only got one data set. And I've instantly got a view of who my best customers are based on the net amount that I invoice those people. Any report can do this. So you can create them as pie charts, as bar charts, line charts, all sitting off pivot tables. So whatever you do to change the pivot table is automatically reflected in the chart. So within your business, if you're looking to build dashboards that show you the markers for success in your business, this is a very, very good starting point. And on top of it, you can build using tools like Power BI. So you can get a long way to building something that is very visual, very quickly, off of all of the data and leveraging all of that data that you have within Sage. The other links that you have are through the Sage ribbon that sits on Excel. And within here, when you've logged onto your company, you have access to a whole load of standard reports that will just come down. So I've used the data to Excel option to pull the information out, but I can create a dynamic link from within Excel and I can pull any of this information through as well. So I can pull debtors, creditors, purchase orders, product movements, all sorts of information, and you insert it directly into the Excel spreadsheet. And that way, all you have to do is keep this data refreshed, and it's on that dynamic link all the time. So there's no rekeying, no need to make mistakes of transposing numbers, no need to have to pull off one report to key it in to get it into a different format. All of that runs as if it were a report directly within Excel. And again, you can put those into pivot tables. You can change the layouts of them so that they reflect the data that you want to look at. So if there are fields not available to you that you want, then you can add them into the report. If there's too much, you can take that data out, and then you can chart it as well. These Excel spreadsheets, you can also then embed them within your team's sites. So you can see the information that's come straight down there. I've not rekeyed a single letter to get that to come out. So it's very easy, very quick, and it gets rid of the opportunity for a lot of errors to happen. So when you're in periods of flux within an organisation, as we all are right now, one of the biggest things you have to keep on top of is your business's performance. And when you're moving between working from home to working in the office to not doing what you would normally do in day-to-day business life, that's when things can start to get out of hand without you understanding or knowing what's actually going on within your business. So it is a great opportunity just to make sure that you keep on top of everything that you do.